YouTubers, hello subscribers. I hope you're having a lovely evening. I am. I wanted to jump back on here really quick. And my lovely husband is keeping a little bit. So, the things I said is coming true about all these segments about Meghan's relationship with Harry. And everybody has their own story. But the story always starts off with the Oprah show and their privacy and so on and so on. This one segment was like 20 minutes long, and it was a journalist, and she went in. And then you saw Piers Morgan on there. I think I may post it, but she starts off talking about it. The title is Lies, and it's lies and some other things, but mostly it was lies. And she starts talking about counting down the lies that Meghan told on the Oprah show. And of course, one of them was the racism, and then they talked about how the kids ended up getting titles. Then she also talked about Samantha, too, how she misspoke. And then they talked about the show Piers Morgan. First, they showed Piers Morgan giving her praise and everything. But he also did say that she ghosted him. He said, one moment we were, friends or whatever, Piers Morgan and Meghan, and he says all of a sudden she just stopped talking to me. And then you hear another segment where one of her best friends let everybody know that Meghan wasn't really her friend. Like it was all just, I was just a friend for what she could use me for. I mean, segment after segment after segment, it was about Meghan and how horrible she's treated people and how mean she's been and how nasty she's been and the lies and the manipulation. It was good. I may watch that again. I mean, it was really, really good. And then at the end, you see Piers Morgan. My nose starts itching. You hear Piers Morgan say that him and Sharon Osbourne lost their job because they didn't believe Meghan's claims of racism. And then that other guy that was on Piers Morgan's show, I think it was a black gentleman, and he was on the show talking about just really, supporting Meghan like he knew her. She manipulated all those people. But Piers Morgan lost his job, and so did Sharon Osbourne, and she lost her job because she backed him up. The reason why I came on here tonight was it was something that Sue said, and I heard it earlier, and Sue's so sweet. She'll say it, and it's like, whoa. And she just has so much information. But I heard her say something about Archie or paying for the Sussex Squad. And then I just heard it on Dan Wootton and Lady C said it. And that's when I was like, wait a minute. So you guys are telling me that Meghan and Harry's company, Archie which they only work 1 hour a week, which they only have 2 employees, so they know exactly who these people are, Meghan and Harry. You have you know about the Sussex Squad, and you're paying them. They're on your payroll. That's nasty. And then here's to the Sussex Squad, because you guys love running around defending her like you're her best friend. I call foul on each and every one of you, because then when I first started my channel, the first Sussex Squad member came out and told me that I was doing this for money. And I said, doing what for money? You can get paid? But here's the kicker. It's not even us. It's them. And then for them to sit over there and get paid to be nasty to people, it's just disgusting. And then for Harry and Meghan to know of it and allow it to go down, to me, this is breaking news. This is where we are. I'm going to repeat it because I still can't believe it. So Lady C was on Dan Wootton, and he said that, and Dan Wootton said that the Sussex Squad is being paid by their charity, which I believe is Archewell. And it's the Sussex Squad, the team that gets on and goes after whoever says something that they feel deemed nasty to them, to their non-supporters. Wasn't it Cox? She said something and they ran her off too. Like, come on. And these are the same people that mistreated her sister Samantha. And remember when I said a long time ago, I said, if she knows that she's a global person now because she married Harry, and that what she said about her sister was probably, she shouldn't have said, because she's probably experiencing, all kinds of hate. Come to find out, Samantha was. And I said, well, why won't Meghan just come out and tell, put out a statement saying, leave my sister alone, or, just don't bother her. Because that's what she wanted the royals to do for her. Remember? They wouldn't protect me. They didn't do anything for me. They wouldn't put out a statement. They wouldn't protect you from your own, from your dirt that you did before you walked up in there. Or the dirt that you were doing while you were in there, like bullying and all the stuff that they were saying. You want them to protect you from that? And then the letter, that letter to your dad, the same letter that you sent, and you're not even talking to him anymore. I know I went off into something else. Let me go back, because now they're paying the Sussex Squad to be mean to us. To be nasty for no other reason but to protect their queen. And they're getting paid to do it. So, what does that make them? Don't that make them worse? Because it's not that you're doing it because you like her. You're not doing it because you care about her. You're not doing it because you support her causes and the things that she does. I have someone on my page currently that's saying all kinds of things about she's this and she's that, and the royal family is this and that. And I'm really close to cutting them off, because I don't mind you having an opinion, but some of it is, where are you coming from with it? I don't care about you having an opinion, but when you're coming and it makes no sense and it means anything, it's just pointless. It's just, you're part of the squad that's getting paid to be nasty, to protect her. This thing is, you can't tell me she doesn't know. Okay. You tell me what you think. You tell me what you think. Because Sue said this earlier, and she has a little bit more detail. This is what I heard, that the Sussex Squad is being paid through their charity. And so only 2 people work there, so you can't tell me Meghan and Harry doesn't know that they're being mean. Like I was saying about Samantha. She lets these people go after her half-sister, whatever sister, and then don't do anything about it, but she wants the royal family to do all this for her. But then she turns around and pays the company that's doing it. Hello? Is this, did they get, can she put this in court? Can she use this for her deposition or her court case against her sister? Can Samantha say, okay, Judge, now, the same people, okay, Meghan says this about me on the Oprah show, on Fighting Freedom, and the Netflix. And the Netflix to me was very damaging. She talks about Samantha like she's non-existent. And then, so you get off the Netflix show, and then you have the Sussex Squad going after Samantha. And then you find out today that Meghan is paying, or her company, something is attached to her this close, is actually paying the squad that is going after her sister, half sister. So is she paying for them to be mean to Samantha? She's not stopping them. She knows they exist. Okay, so if I have this wrong, please forgive me. But I don't think I do, because it's too close. You can't tell me that Harry and Meghan doesn't know that this Sussex Squad exists. And with such, what comes out of there is it's one-sided. And now if you're getting paid, of course you're going to protect her. Of course you're going to do whatever it takes to do whatever you're going to do for your queen. But what does that make you now that you're doing it? Now you actually are doing it for money. Do you actually believe her? I wonder, do they go home and be like, oh my God, this Meghan character is crazy. It is so hard to defend her. No, I thought that was weird. And if I have the story incorrectly, forgive me. But I don't believe so. And then, Lady Collins, Lady C, comes on, and she's so sweet. And tells us the story, goes into extra detail and so forth and so forth. But she seems to believe that Harry's going to continue down this rabbit hole. But she thinks that he can't be trusted at all. And that she doesn't trust him at all, in the sense that he's not Harry. He can't be trusted, and you can't leave him to anything important. I'm going to let you guys go. But I definitely wanted to tell you about the lies. And I hope I got that out. Because when they were going through the list of things that Meghan, that they said during the Oprah show, and how it was lies, because that was one of the lies, was that the discussion about Meghan and her stepsister. You got to watch the show, but it was really good. And it was some other lies too, and it goes on down the list. One was with the titles. Then you see them talking about how she gives the kids the titles after she accuses the royal family of racism on the Oprah show. Let me tell you something. It's going to be movie after show after show after show after show. They're going to have different perspectives, different angles, but it's all going to come down to Meghan and her lies and her shenanigans. And so I don't know how great this looks for the Sussex Squad, because my husband says when he's working and then something will pop up, or he'll see something on his screen about Meghan, and it'll be something like Meghan would like to have her kids have a very strong relationship with her kids. However, she won't be attending, but just the headlines are a little different. They're softer on her than Great Britain. Totally softer. But then once you get in, they start, well, why do you think she didn't win? And what about Harry and his brother? And, all this other stuff. Old wounds come up. Now, Oprah show is going to play like rerun. Because I've seen it 2 or 3 times in the last day. Nope. I think like Angela Levin said, Meghan has miscalculated. And that lady said tonight, she said she has miscalculated. It started off Meghan wanting to be the president of the United States, and how she was going to be the Democratic nominee. Oh, no. No. Then she goes into why she will never be. Because she won't. She is not a person of integrity, and they will eat her alive. And they will start with the Oprah show. And then they will show how she lied. And she think South Park said those little, oh, she's empty. And Donald Trump don't like her either. Imagine. She will get eaten alive. And she thinks that we know about her. We will start knowing Meghan's first grade, everything. Everything. There wouldn't be any secrets about where Doria was or anything about her life. It would be in the opening, like a book. I'm surprised it's not there now. Listen, guys, I enjoyed it. Have a good night. Bye-bye.